So, hey guys, Chauzu here. So we got a very early reveal of the Kizuna info. This is usually like not even the day after trash map, like 2 days after. So it's kind of funny we already get it, but we had an early download as well. Haven't made any video of those, but I'm going to be making videos talking about the new legend as Snake, who I think is absolutely fantastic. And also make a video of Luffy, who I think is absolutely garbage, basically. Much like his 6-star when it released, so kind of fitting, I guess. But for this video, let's talk about the Kizuna news, both the Sugo and the actual Kizuna. And there's some good and bad news here. I will say that even if there's a lot to criticize with Bandai about the Anni, I do like that they're trying to make it somewhat unique. The fun thing is that the unique thing they're doing for the Kizuna should be permanent for the health of the game. Basically, they are letting us get a ton of Kizuna insignia. We can get 10 times more than usual. So if you're a beginner, this basically makes it the most important Kizuna ever. Like, you will need to catch up. And not only that, basically every skull available will be super discounted. You can get a lot of skulls for the future with all the missing units. Like, I've talked about this in an earlier video, but someone did the math, and at the normal rate of the skulls we get, like, catching up takes several years, which is just pure insanity. So now you at least have one Kizuna where you can bridge the gap quite substantially. So yeah, if you're new and feel dismayed by catching up, like, don't miss this Kizuna. This will be the most important Kizuna you've experienced. But the shitty thing is that this shouldn't be special. Like, it shouldn't be that hard to catch up. Like, obviously, like it shouldn't be easy to start, too easy to start, so that you're on the same level as an experienced player right away, but there are limits, I'd say, and like requiring several years of farm is not it. And yeah, we're also getting a 5+ Luffy, so keep that in mind. This is the super evolution of the Blitz Luffy we got, the 5-star int unit, so probably good to try and keep both for different colors. And yeah, we can take a look at the Luffy. I thought he looked pretty good. He has a super type. It's the same thing as the int unit. Like, you can get a small attack and aura boost that you buff with his special, and the color affinities you can get 3 buffs at once, which is really cool for a free to play. What I like the most about this unit is the fact that he reduces ship's CD by 3, so you have some legit reasons to use him if you want to do some cool strat with a ship or something. So yeah, I do like that quite a lot. Otherwise, the kit looks pretty similar, I feel like, so yeah, it's basically just a side grade. Well, this Luffy is also a slasher and powerhouse. I guess he's slashing with his mouth, so to say. It's kind of weird, but sure. And we have a 5+ for the Yamato. We've not even got the Yamato yet from the rewards, but we should have it by the time trash map starts. I haven't looked at the mechanics yet, but I've heard that Super Boss is still very hard to build for, which sounds very dumb to me, since, like, why remove the damage cap if they still try and limit our damage with mechanics? Like, it makes no sense to me. Super Boss should be very easy to build for, with just a few debuffs. At the same time, I've heard that the damage cap is bugged too. This is not new news, but I saw Subcons make a video about it as well, and it's just so dumb. And this will make this Kizuna one of the biggest shit shows ever if you try to rank, because before you could just do the 3-star strat, which still seems to work. But if you do the 3-star strat now, the HP keeps going up, but you can't do more damage due to the bug that past 1 trillion you can't do more damage. Like, there is some 99% damage thrust applied past 1 trillion, which is just ludicrous. So it means, yes, you can get to 1 trillion, but after that, the 3-star HP keeps going up, but you can't do more damage. So yeah, it's going to be a real pain if you want to rank in this, so I'm staying clear. Like, yeah, I'm not doing that. I'll focus on Super Boss and play like intended for this one. As for the Sugo, they've combined the Kizuna and support Sugo, and that's like, yay, that's cool. Not a bad idea. But then I was a bit suspicious when I saw the banner steps. Because on the banners, like, part 1 had a picture of Frankie, part 2 a picture of Brook, part 3 a picture of Usopp, and it was like, oh no. And yeah, they're doing what you think. They're being split up into 3 banners, like the S-Snake Legend, every part. But Frankie, Brook, Usopp, they are technically available on each part, but they are not boosted. And if you're not boosted, like, it's definitely just technically, you're not going to pull them, realistically, on the other part. So Bandai basically wants you to split your pulls on 3 parts. And it's not like these units are going to have the best rates anyway, and there's no guaranteed step up to get them, so that's pretty bad, I'd say. The good thing is that we do have every Kizuna rare recruit and every support rare recruit available on all of these parts. So if you're lucky, you can get some good stuff from that. But yeah, you see how many units are available here. Like, if you want something specific, unless it's rate boosted, you're not going to realistically get it. I'll make a video about S-Snake later. There's a lot to talk about S-Snake. I think she's super good. As for the other units, Frankie has some super swap shenanigans. I don't think Frankie is particularly impressive myself. The support is pretty good, can remove barriers and heal a bit for Captain. I remember that Brook's support is absolutely insanely good. Like, I'm probably pulling on part 2. We'll look at that later. But Brook's support's so good. So in type Straw Hats basically, and when you use the special as Captain, you get a full board of recovery orbs and lock them and make them matching. Like, that's such a great support. That's insane. So yeah, I definitely want the Brook. Don't really know what else he does. He also has Captain Swap shenanigans. Self-proc delay conditional, not very useful most of the time, and like, Captain Swaps in general can be cool, but they are so incredibly slow as well, so you usually try to avoid using them. Usopp is also, like, this is such a bizarre batch in many ways. Like, Usopp is a support rare recruit, and his support is, like, arguably bad in some ways. Like, it's super dumb. The first thing is that you need to use a special to delay, and look at the units here. There's not many of these that delay. We're talking a handful of units, and the only really good one is the new Luffy. So this is basically a support for the new V2 Gear 5 Luffy. So already they're pretty low value. But then, what happens? You change crew's slots to block. So basically Luffy changes all slots, including block, to int. And then Brook changes them to block. At the same time, I haven't really tested Gear 5's abilities yet. He has some text about making all slots int, but it says type slots. But it might be you can't get block slots with Gear 5, but I have to test that. I haven't tested it yet. So in that case, this support is better for Gear 5 Luffy V2. But still, for every other unit, you get block orbs, which is usually not great. The only good thing could be if you run a ship like Megalo that wants block orbs to change the terrain well. Here you have a way to always get block orbs, which could be unique and cool, but still, you have to use a delay special. And you actually have to delay the enemy as well, I think, otherwise it doesn't work. We have to test that. Don't think we have any other support with the condition to delay. But you also lock them, which is nice. Well, it's not nice to lock block orbs, but if you can change them, have something else, the lock can be good. And you also boost the shame multiplier by 1.2 times for 2 turns. Honestly, with how weak the support is, it should definitely have been a 3-turn one. Will work better with Luffy's kit as well, since he can give up to 3 turns of his attack boost. But yeah, pretty disappointing. But yeah, the parts. Part 1, we have S-Snake together with Ein, Doffy Croc, and Perospero. I really want Ein. I love shooters. I want to do Ein and Zephyr teams, but I can't justify pulling on this part. Not when we have part 2. And part 2 is really good for me since I like 2 legends here in Tama and Reiju. And honestly, Reiju is an absolutely awful meme legend. But still, it's 2 lacking legends and Tama is great too. Tama's even better now with Ace, since Tama can help him with his EX and everything, and she's a legit good unit, and she has a great support too, so Tama is definitely the most valuable Kizuna unit I don't own, I'd say. And Reiju is just a meme. But you can get a poison conditional for free with a support. Could maybe be useful sometime, I don't know. And yeah, of course, this part has the Brook, who I think has the best support as well. So I like to own this Brook. This is like he's not re-recruit and everything. So yeah. And the boosted supports are these. So it's pretty good ones. All of these are very valuable to own, except for the Usopp, I guess. But yeah. I don't know about this Usopp. It might be the first support I skip in a long time, since he's not even guaranteed, so there's no reason to go for him really. So I guess Bandai saved me a bit of money by making me not able to pull for Usopp, so thanks for that, I guess. So yeah. Anyway, that's all of the Kizuna news. Shortly after this video goes up, Treasure Map will start, and I will be doing a long stream at the start of Treasure Map, so feel free to join me for that. So yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.